It looks like a few people are already coming in, so welcome along to
Hi guys.
Tonight's Monday night high live stream, coming at you live from HiCom HQ here in Shanghai. How you doing, Matthias? You good?
I'm doing good. I had a great weekend. What about you?
Yeah, pretty good. I was pretty quiet at the weekend though, just coming to the end of a cold and just relaxing and just relaxing weekend at home really. I've noticed that it's a bit wobbly, so you have to kind of keep the table nice and straight because our camera stands are sort of wobbling up and down at the moment.
I think we've got a special guest tonight, but I cannot see
I think maybe that's the reason why the table's kind of moving around a little bit. Gosh, who's this coming along now? My goodness.
Be gentle with the...
Be careful with the wires. Oh, there we are. Whoa, gosh.
Tonight it's doggy night.
And
Shitty. Shitty and the daddy.
Yep, and it's the pet special.
Say hi.
This week, we've got the lovely Shelley with us, the star of the show. We're going to try and sit there with us.
I don't think so.
And we also have a very exciting panel of special guests in store for you today who are going to discuss all things cute and cuddly and furry and how you can get involved with adopting a new pet, or if you already have a new pet and you're looking to pamper him or her, give him some better nutrition, give him a nice wash, and give him somewhere to stay while you guys are away, while your owners are away from home. Then we've got all the experts here who will be discussing that on the show tonight.
Perfect.
So there we are, and so our first guest will be calling through on the phone. We're going to have to check to see if we can find her on the list so that we can get through to her. If maybe Olivia can help me out with that. So it's one of those, right? So if we can, we got many people watching. We've got 10 people in the moment. We got a few people on. How many people on Facebook? One.
Franziska. Yeah.
Is she there? There we go. Yep.
This
Yep.
one?
Yep.
So
That's
voice
the one.
call?
So we're gonna call you, Franziska. Be ready.
Yeah. So I'm going to put a nice little logo on the screen. This one. We can do that. Oh, okay. There we go. So
Hello? I'm here, but I don't know how to call him.
Yeah,
Hello?
she's calling now.
Oh yeah. Can you hear us?
Hello. Yes. Yes, I can hear you.
Nice to meet you. Nice to have you on the phone.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, we can hear you as well. So so Franziska, you're from from PAWSOME. And which whereabouts in China are you based? So you're currently at home at the moment. Oh, I see. Yeah, no, I had a little bit of a cold myself as well.
Thought you were about to say I'm recovering from the weekend, but
I see. Yeah, you sure that's Are you sure that's flu, or that's not just a couple of heavy nights over the weekend?
Well, Saturday night. Huh? Yeah, perfect.
Okay, great. So so how long have you been involved with animals? When did your love affair with animals start? Okay. I see.
Fake pet food or
Oh, goodness me.
no.
My goodness.
Yeah. I guess.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I see. So you found. So when did you actually found the company? 2016. Okay, great.
But what happened? Your dog really got food poison, right? That's what the vet told you.
Right. Gosh.
No.
I see.
So they wanted to kill the pet then?
Well, no, it sort of somehow got into the food. It just somehow got into the food mixture and was packaged up and. I see. So it was. So basically, so do you work in terms of improving traceability of the food and in terms of where everything comes from to make sure everything is legally sourced and sourced from very reliable places?
That they don't put poison on it.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. I see. And all your products, they're all marketed and produced under the PAWSOME brand, or yeah. I see. Mm-hmm.
And it's your full-time job now, or it's just something on the side? Oh, it's a full-time job. Okay. Okay. Sorry, I'm asking stupid question. Just trying to find out a little bit more.
Great, wonderful. And you distribute, I guess, all across China. Mm-hmm. And mm-hmm. And I guess and there are certain types of pet shops that you target in Shanghai, or is it just generally, is there a certain type of market that you go for? Right.
Yeah.
Sure. Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, of course. And yes.
I see.
I actually got a question. Might be a stupid question, but since you're making pet food, how do you make sure that the pet likes the food? Like, you got like a pet like testing like every product or something like that, or yeah. Okay. Oh, really? So how do you do that?
Yep, and so you send out regular surveys to your clients to find out the recipes that are working.
No, she tastes it herself. Okay. Okay.
I see. And in terms of your customer base, how have you managed to develop that over the last 3 to 4 years? Is that just through word of mouth, through WeChat, through your website, just through general meetups in Shanghai? Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I see. Okay, so lots of sort of pet conventions, pet events, those types of things. But I guess with the COVID situation, has that kind of affected things? I guess the fact that events haven't been able to be held over the past few months. You haven't been able to attend so many events.
And a lot of people like they just left their pet, right? They just left back home, so I guess like it was a bit struggling, no? Really?
I see. Mm-hmm. Did they worry it was going to affect their pets as well? Because there was Sure. Because we. Go on. Sorry. Go on. Sorry. Mm-hmm. Mm.
But like, how do you differentiate? Sorry, your brand like compare like to the normal pet food that we can buy, like the Royal Canin and all this kind of stuff. Like, how do you compete with them? That's yeah. Ah, okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Ah. But you can keep them like store them sorry for a long time, or like he has to be eaten fresh. Ah, okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, just to make sure. Oh, nice.
Mm.
So you're a real chef for pet, right? Yeah. Well,
Right.
that's good enough.
Okay, great. And so, what would you say your target market is? You mentioned the Chinese customers earlier on. Would you say it's a mixture of expats and Chinese, or is it more one and less of the other? Mm-hmm.
But that's good for you in China.
Okay. Great. So I guess you have all of your so social media and all of your content available in Chinese. Okay. Right.
Still more than me.
Still quite a few.
Still more than me.
Mm. I see.
Yeah, but nice.
And have you ever thought about doing some live streaming yourself to showcase your products? On Douyin, for example. Yeah. 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 Mhm. Sure. Sure. Yeah. Sure. Sure. Yeah, I mean, we were when setting this up ourselves, we found that Douyin it was there were more restrictions on there, and I tested it out for 5 minutes, and they just shut me down straight away. So, we've actually had a couple of calls with Kuaishou and explained to them what we're doing, and so far we haven't had any problems at all. So
So far.
So I think as long as. Mhm. Yeah, I see. So it's not. I guess it's not just the live streaming. It's maybe posting a few cute videos of the dogs eating the food, and yeah. Mm.
Perfect.
Okay, wonderful.
So I don't know if you have like any more words about your company that you would like to say? Oh,
Right.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Well, so you've been working with a doctor to make them
Or a vet.
to make them up, or a vet? Yeah, vet. Sorry. Okay. Really?
I guess would you say it's a market that a lot of Chinese companies haven't really tapped into, and the fact that it's pretty specialist compared with, say, factory produced pet food, and yeah. Mm. Great. So you've had some success stories with animals recovering and becoming healthier as a result of your of the specialist diets and nutrition after their own illnesses. Wow. Oh, amazing. Mm, mm, mm. Sure. Mm. I guess with a city as big as Shanghai, it's I guess that there are going to be cases like that. I mean, what? Sorry, go on. Mm. Mm.
Yeah, of course, man. Well, a lot of people have pets because they cannot have a child, actually, so it's kind of replacement in a way for them. Yeah. Okay, but thanks for calling.
Yeah, that's great. Absolutely brilliant. Is there any last anything that you'd like to add, or any specific
Awesome.
products you'd like to push just before we move on? Okay,
Perfect.
fantastic. What we'll do for you as well, Franziska, we'll put all your details into the WeChat group as well, so that people can follow your account and contact you if necessary. You're welcome. Thanks.
Thanks
Have a
a lot.
good evening, and
Thanks a lot.
yeah, talk to you soon. Thanks, then. Bye bye.
Awesome. Bye bye. Thanks for calling. It's
Great.
yeah. Yep. Okay. It's okay.
Yeah, she ended
That's
it.
cool. Well, that's cool.
Okay, great.
I
So,
didn't know you can plan your meal according to the illness of your pet, but
yeah.
it's a cool thing.
Yeah.
It's a cool thing.
So there we go then. So so Matthias, you need to.
I need to leave my seat to the next guest.
Have you got?
See you guys. I'll be back. Don't worry.
Okay. So sorry.
I was speechless.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. So now we are going to welcome Michaela onto the stage. It's the animal rescue, I believe. So yeah, sorry if you just pop those on, just like that. This is the one. Yep.
Hello.
Okay, so welcome Michaela from Shanghai Animal Rescue, as you can see from the logo. First of all, just tell us a little bit about so it's a shelter.
We are not just a shelter. We are a couple of people, foreigners as well as Chinese people, which trying to help animals in need here, especially in Shanghai.
I see. And so what made you get involved in pet rescue?
My family and I, we are living since 6 years here in Shanghai, and if you look not only straight, if you are looking on the left side and on the right side, you see a lot of animals which are in need. And so our first own dog we adopted 3 months after we came to Shanghai, so it was quite fast.
Yep. And was this one that you just found on the street, or is it one that you found through a shelter?
We went to an adoption day, just for looking, of course. So
Yeah.
it's always difficult.
Yeah. And you just had to take one home.
Yeah, and then this was my personal start to step in the rescue scene, to meet a lot of people which are taking care of the animals, and so I at the beginning I helped just single rescuers to find homes for the animals, and then you meet these people and these people, and so you're getting more and more involved. And so this was when I meet Catherine, the shelter lady from Shanghai Animal Rescue, and she had special dogs, and I said, okay, I want to help you to find homes here and abroad. And then 2017 we established Shanghai Animal Rescue.
Okay, great. So, and when you first arrived in Shanghai, what was your initial thoughts about the kind of how rescuing and pet rescue was being dealt with in Shanghai, compared with other countries, for example?
When I come from Germany, so there are no homeless dogs or no strays.
Yeah.
Cats, yes, but no dogs. So I didn't have any experience with that. So I didn't expect something. But as I told you, if you come to China and see everywhere the animals, and of course not everyone has to be rescued.
Sure.
But some need help, and so.
Okay, and in the rescue centre, what would you say are the main day-to-day activities that you deal in?
So we are a group of 6 people, and Catherine at the shelter lady, I don't want to say owner, but yeah, she's running the shelter. She is busy with the daily work, of course. She has 3, sometimes 4 uncles which are helping and living in the shelter 24 hours. Yeah, we are trying to find foster homes. We are trying to find homes, of course, here and abroad. We are trying to find flight volunteers. We getting the dogs prepared, so all our dogs are vaccinated, microchipped, spayed and neutered if they're old enough, of course. Yeah, so we are helping them every day. Yeah.
Okay, great. Anyone else here got any questions?
Yeah. Yeah, but
What?
you cannot hear me?
Yeah, no, yeah, we will.
we can hear you.
Oh, I see. Yeah. So you can come in. Well, you don't. You just need the microphone.
Oh yeah. Hello everyone. I have a question about nurturing dogs. It's a big question for mine. Do you recommend it, and why are the pros and cons?
So we always recommend doing spaying and neutering of the dogs, and especially in our shelter, we have to spay and neuter them. Otherwise, we will have a lot of more dogs. We want to prevent to get more and more dogs. So, yeah, but for all the peoples, I think it's better to spay and neuter the dog. For example, the male dogs are sometimes very. They want to get a girlfriend, and if the girls are in heat, they are running around. They can run away. So I think it's always better to spay and neuter the animals.
Okay. And will it affect the lifespan of the animal?
Sorry?
Will it affect the lifespan? Span?
Yeah,
like
I know.
the length of the life. Because
Oh,
I
the
heard
lifespan.
I heard
Good
stories.
question. I never heard about it.
Okay.
To be honest.
Okay, so probably not then. Okay.
J'ai une question, moi.
All right. I'm gonna give the mic to.
Just you
The
don't
next.
really need the headphone, just the mic. If you just talk into the mic, then it's all right.
Hello. How can we help the shelter if we want to help you? What can we do?
So at the moment we have around 450 to 500 dogs, which is a lot. We are way too overwhelmed at the moment
Overloaded, gosh.
because due to COVID, we have no possibility to send our dogs out. Around 150 dogs already have homes abroad, but we are not able since months to send them abroad. So we are looking for flight volunteers, we are looking for foster homes, we are looking for any support we can get. We are even happy at the moment to get donations from food or blankets. If the people are leaving, we are happy to get all the old towels and all the stuff. So yeah, the people can help in many ways, let's say.
So guys, help them. Ah, t'as encore une question?
I still have a question, sorry. So if I want to give a donation, so blanket or stuff of my dog that I don't use, or
Yeah.
how do? I contact you? There is a
Yes,
website?
right.
How do I do?
Yes, we have a website. We are on Facebook, we are on Instagram, and yeah, of course we have a WeChat account, and the people can get in contact with us, and we try to collect the stuff at their homes, or maybe they can send it. Yeah.
Okay, so we drop a note, someone will reply, and we
right.
can do. Okay, very clear. No more question. Shelly, any question?
So would you say, is that the most dogs you've ever had in the shelter right now?
Yes.
Is it-
Yeah.
I see.
We are really struggling at the moment because way too many dogs. I was just in the shelter a few days ago, and I counted all our puppies, and we just got 40 puppies within the last few weeks. So
I
it's
see.
next to all our other dogs. So it's crazy. Yeah.
I see. Okay, I see. So the more people can advertise and spread the word about taking on a dog,
Yeah.
then the better, I guess. It makes me feel guilty for not having one now.
You know what to do to help?
Yeah, but yeah.
Or I can find a solution. No
Oh,
problem.
no, sure.
Tomorrow you can
Yeah,
get one.
yeah. You see, yeah. That'd be a challenge for you. I've never actually owned a dog myself. Had a few cats in the house, but not any dogs so far. But yeah, that's absolutely great. And do you use each other's services as well?
Yeah, of course.
The guests that are here, and Franziska's food as well. You've been using.
Yeah.
And you think that's helped recover some of the dogs that you
let's
have?
say in this kind of scene, you are, of course, not with all of them, but you are friends, and we are try to help each other. So sometimes if someone has a dog, which we know a person is requesting, especially for that kind of dog, I don't want to talk about breeds, but
sure.
then we're trying to help each other, of course. Because we have all the same goal. We want to find homes and want to help all the animals in need.
Yeah. And are there certain breeds of dog that don't get on with other breeds? If, say, for example, someone wanted to take one home and they just can't get the new dog to fit in with the existing ones?
Yeah. Yeah, it's here a little bit. Let's say it's changed a lot, because when we started in 2017. We had around 140 dogs, and nearly all of them were pure breeds. No pure breeds, just mixed breeds. The typical Chinese mutts, let's say. But it changed a lot. We have more and more pure breeds in our shelter, because the people here, let's say here, want to have pure breeds. And so we have around, from our 500 dogs, I would say around 200 dogs are pure breeds. We have every single breed in our shelter: Alaska Malamute, Golden Retriever, Pit Bull, German Shepherds, Border Collies. Everything you can find in our shelter, and it's nearly the same story. They were bought, probably, or regrettably, sometimes in pet
like
shops.
An unwanted gift, or
and after a few months, they get rid of the dogs and they abandon the dogs. And nearly all of our pure breeds are under 1 year.
I see.
Yeah.
So there are actually people that go into a pet shop and buy one, and they don't try to actually give it a proper home. They just get rid of it.
Yeah, I think the main reason is that they are not educated well how to treat this special kind of dog, or this breed.
Or they don't realise how much effort it's involved.
Yeah, for example, you can't keep an Alaskan Malamute 10 hours alone in your small apartment.
Sure.
He will, of course, destroy your apartment. So, and the people simply don't know that. I think this is one of the biggest problems. Education is the key.
They just don't always know what they're letting themselves in for. I mean, there's a famous expression in the UK when I was growing up that a dog is for life and not just for Christmas. I'm sure you've heard that one. Yeah. But just to prevent people from just losing interest, it's not a toy. It's a life.
And of course it's stressful if you come home every single evening and you have to clean up your apartment. And I think this is one of the most important things, to educate the people and tell them, okay, it's a long-term decision, long life commitment for all the animals, and this is one of our other parts which we try to fulfill as well. So we often went to schools and speak to the students and
educate them on how to toilet train the dogs and to make them go to the toilet in the same place each time.
Or just how to handle an animal in general.
Sure.
They simply just don't know it. Some of them are afraid, of course, and and we tell them how to touch, how to keep them, and
Okay, brilliant. Okay, excellent. So so we'll put all your details onto the group as well, just so that see if we can get a few of the dogs out of the shelter and into some loving homes.
Yeah, this would be nice.
Okay, great. Thanks a lot, Michaela, and
thank you.
We'll move on with our next guest, who is Nina.
Bye.
Hi.
Great. So Nina.
Good evening.
Evening. We now have Nina from Noble D.O.G. It's more like a dog bedding company or dog furniture. Is that correct?
Yes, we do dog beds,
Mm-hmm.
customized dog beds,
Yep.
and also handmade collars. We also customize coats.
Can you go and get the? I believe we have an example with us tonight. So.
I'm going to do a live testing.
in fact, yeah, live testing.
Thank you, sir.
So which one should we start with? This one. So we've got a nice big. If you just pop it on the table, maybe, or just display it in front of the camera first. So this is a wonderful specimen of Nina's products, of one of the product range. Is this a recent range, or is this one of your latest ranges?
This one is. These are the testing beds. I always have testing beds at home because if my beds should be not bought, like I see it, I like it. Now I really recommend people to visit me in my atelier with their dogs. We test the material, the outside material, if the dog like the outside material, also if the dog like the fillings. Because if a dog don't like a filling, he or she don't want to use the bed. It's
Miguel likes it too, apparently.
so
Yeah, it's very soft.
at home we have different fillings. This, for example, inside now is natural latex. It's also for dogs who have problems with hips, arthritis, all this stuff. So yeah, it's also kind of I try to support dogs with medical issues, but it should look cool.
Yeah.
You know,
Sure.
I mean, normally if you buy the good quality stuff, you can choose between the colors blue, brown, gray, black, beige. So it's okay. Of course, you can buy it, but for myself, I wanted to have a little bit more cool lifestyle product.
Yeah, well, something with a bit more style.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, it's lovely. And so they're so how many are they made in? So how many batches?
One by one.
Just one by one.
One by one.
Or-
Exactly.
Yep.
Yes. So, for example, now I have a customer who has a
so they're
Labrador.
custom made then.
It's
I see.
100% custom made. Yeah. So, at the moment I have a customer Labrador. He has problems with the bones, with the arthritis. So the people ask me, can we make a bed? And then we put the foam inside of the bed, but we match it to the weight of the dog so that the dog is not lying on the floor at the end, you know? Because some beds looks high, but if the dogs lie on it,
Yeah.
they will lie on the floor. That's not sensible. Yeah, exactly.
I see. So they're Noe's. We've got Shelley down here who's taken very well to the second example that you brought in. We're going to try and bring it up here. We've got a nice square number, and he's coming along on his magic carpet. Look at that!
She
Way.
doesn't even move. Look how comfy she is.
She seems to have got used to that very, very quickly.
New
You
design.
comfortable there, Shelley?
It was designed for you. It was designed for you.
Yeah.
Ah.
So I guess this one's
Do, 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 do,
firmer,
sugar
more
nut.
sort of firmer than the other one.
Allez, come here, Sven.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's more stable.
Yeah.
Good idea.
That's memory foam, like in human beds.
We don't want
I
an
see.
accident.
Right. Okay. So and so certain dogs prefer the kind of sort of harder,
Yeah.
sort of firmer surface rather than the other one, which is much softer. So are there certain breeds of dog that take to the harder surfaces compared with other breeds?
No.
Not really. There's no
No.
sort of pattern to it at all.
Yeah. They all. The most important really is that the dog feels well. So some like Shelly, we saw, we tested with her before, if she liked the natural latex, which is a little bit more unstable, or if she liked the memory foam, which is more stable. So she decided memory foam is better. So the biggest problem is when people go to pet shops and buy a bed. They look for the bed, and they say, okay, I like that bed, we take it. But
Well, they haven't even tested it out, or
yeah, but sometimes the dogs don't like it, and then people ask why doesn't like my dog the bed? And a dog is like I would say like a human. You test your bed by yourself, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Give your dog the chance to test the bed, and then you have to buy buy one bed. And not 3 until you find the right one. That is what I like to explain to people. Buy one and the right one, and then you can keep it for years.
Yeah, well, I can definitely say that it's like humans testing beds as well, because some of the beds that I've slept on in Shanghai when renting certain accommodation, you go in and it's sort of rock hard, and you think, my God, how can anybody sleep on this? So I guess it's the same thing really, but it seems that some of the locals prefer the harder beds, but yeah. But no, it's very nice. So they're all custom. So they're all everything you do is made to order.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you can choose all the fabrics, the outside fabrics, the covers.
Yeah.
And you can choose the materials. You can choose the size. We make it in every size. So the height depends a little bit on the weight of the dog. And we can also make normal beds with the side parts. So it's like the owner and the dog want to have the bed. So we make a mix that both are happy with the bed.
Great, I see. And this is a business that you set up after coming to China, or this is something that you was already running before?
In 2018, we adopted a poodle, a toy poodle with 3 kilos. And
3 kilos?
Yeah, from Beijing.
I see.
During this time we lived in Germany, but we adopted him from Beijing because nobody wanted to adopt this poodle because he had a hip, or he has a hip problem.
Right.
So he's mostly walking on 3 legs. So we adopted him. And when he was in Germany, we went to different vets and to check what we can do, how we can help him. So the vets told me a good bedding is good for his bones, so that you keep him for a longer life healthy, and you can reduce the problems of the hip by a real good bed.
Right.
The best is if you can buy memory foam, because memory foam match exactly the form of the body.
Sure.
So, of course, we went to a pet boutique, and I asked for these kind of beds, and we found one. But yeah, you like it in brown or gray? I was very happy about brown and gray. And so over the time, I looked at the bed at home, and I always thought brown. I don't like it, but I couldn't find another one. So I started to learn how you build up beds, what kind of different layers you need, and how to make it good. So
the specific materials that all the pet shops use, but
exactly.
But putting your own designs outside to make it actually look something other than beige or brown.
Yeah. So, and in Germany it was I had a job, so yeah, I didn't stop working because it's something like an experience to start a new business. So it was more like for my dog, that he was happy and I was happy. But
so it's something you just made on your own right at the beginning. So the first product that you ever made for your business was one for you.
Yeah.
Great.
So
Nice.
my dog was the testing dog. And when we moved to China, I thought, okay, now it's time to start the business.
Yeah.
So we founded the label Noble Dog and the company here.
Great. And that was in 2018 as well? When you
19.
Found 19, okay. So it's about a year ago.
Mhm.
So, but great,
Yeah.
great. And how's it going? How's the first year been?
Oh, the first year was full with experiences, because first you have to found a company in China.
Sure. As we know, we've all been there.
So I had a special case,
Yeah.
but it needed a little bit longer than we thought. But over
Sure. As it does. Yeah.
Exactly, and but it was okay because I worked on the product development, because we will launch more and more products in the next 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
So it was okay that the founding needed a little bit longer.
Sure.
But when we started to sell, I would say I was really happy
Yeah.
that people really liked my product and ordered the product, and that they understood. We customized it, and they really came with their dogs to my home. And it was amazing to see which bed the dogs like. Some people only order it because they say, I know what my dog likes. But yeah, it's different. Because one client said, my dogs use my beanbag. Please make a bed for him with the beanbag
Little
filling.
beans. Yeah,
Yeah.
you see.
That he's not using my beanbag. And of course we did that. So we can customize everything.
Great. Okay. And are there have there been any very specific or difficult regulations that you've had to respect in terms of running a business here, in terms of the government?
No.
No sort of very
Pet.
specific requirements regarding the materials or
No.
the manufacturing or
No,
anything
for
like
pet
that?
it's no problems,
I
no rules. I
No
have to
specific
follow.
certificates that you have to obtain to in order to sell something like this?
No. I only need the certificates for my feeling that I can sell it.
Right. See, got it. Great. And it's is it the same with Franziska in terms of finding new customers? You just attend shows and you showcase some of your products when you're out and about.
Yeah, again, exactly. So I attend pet events. I attended some online shopping groups on WeChat,
Right.
for
yeah.
example. And now we are building an own online market group only for pet owners. So soon we will launch it
Great.
with all different vendors. I call it vendors now. It's not only people who sell products, also companies who offer services. So to get a bigger community for the pet owners. Yeah, exactly. That's how we
Great.
sell the products.
So I hear that Taobao also do the live streaming. I don't know if you've seen that. Taobao, they actually
Yeah.
they've got like a live streaming service as well where people go on there and obviously promote their products. Is that something that you've looked at or?
So I'm not really a technique freak,
Right.
I have to say. I'm creative, and you can tell me I like something special, and I can create it. But for the technique part, I'm not so familiar. So I think we will go step by step, slowly, and hopefully in 6 months I can
fingers crossed.
do a live stream too.
Sure, yeah. So you can try it out like we're doing here. So. Okay, great. Well, brilliant. Thanks for. Oh, we have a question, I believe. Sorry, I should have asked that route, but let's pop on if you like, Stefan.
Yes. Hello, guys. I have a few questions. It's really interesting. My first question is:
Get Shelley back on.
so if I come to the atelier with my dog or with my dog, so you say we can test. So the dog can test. So basically, there is a couple of samples.
Yes.
And how long it takes? I mean, is he gonna choose or she gonna choose and lie down on it? I mean, I don't see that coming. Otherwise, I bring everything home and I test and I come back. How do I do?
Normally, when you come to me, we can have a coffee,
I like that.
and the dog
Free coffee over there, guys. Huh? Just saying.
and your dog can start to walk around.
Mm.
So normally after half an hour, your dog is relaxed.
So maybe 2 free coffee. Okay.
And then your dog will try it.
Okay, so you have a couple of samples. And,
Yes, we have different samples at home, different heights, different fillings, different materials.
Okay. Ah, that's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
So your dog can test, and you can also feel the quality of the materials. And I also open all the beddings that you can see how the beds are built up from the inside, from the layers.
Okay.
Yeah, because I don't want to say too much, but all my beds are pee safe. Yeah, because I use really high quality memory foams or fillings, so I cover them.
So they're waterproof.
Yeah,
Got you.
yeah.
Okay.
Because I mean, it can happen.
Oh,
Of course.
Pee can happen, and some materials I use you can't wash, so it's better if you cover it with an pee water resistant cover.
got you. And my last question would be in terms of oh, she loves it.
Yeah.
If you see that, guys, but she loves it here. Huh? You choose this one. I know we did a testing already. Okay. I got the message. Okay. And in terms of manufacturing or production, so you do it yourself at home. You have a little some guys, a factory who help you up. I mean, because this is a lot of work.
Yes.
If it's not classified information.
Okay, I cannot sue.
You cannot.
Sue.
You cannot sue. Okay, so
Okay.
someone help you.
I'm talking about secrets now. No, I cannot sue.
Mm-hmm.
So I found a small tailor company
Got you.
in Shanghai who's producing for me. And no one knows it, but I will tell you now. The tailor company is only working with disabled people.
Okay.
So for me, it was my beddings are like a hard project for me. From the one side that I would like to have that dogs can get really good beds, and from the other side, when I found this tailor company now, this project got more my hard project, because now I can support disabled people to have a job and to come back to the community. They are respected in the community when they have jobs. Yeah.
That's beautiful, man. That's touching. Okay, no more question. Last technical question. So if I order, when you go to the shop, to the atelier, as you call it, how long it takes roughly to get it done?
So normally we need 10 working days.
Okay.
So 14 days including weekends.
Got you.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
it depends if the only thing is if you're like, for example, in bed like here, but you need the side walls, then it needs a little bit longer, because I really build it up by myself. So I have waiting times and yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But
2 to 3 weeks.
yeah.
And we're good to go. Oh, we do love it. Very clear for me. That's a lovely story. So if you guys want a bed for your little one, don't hesitate. I give it back to you, sir.
Are you going to be able to
And
get
I
her
can
off
take
there,
Shelly
or-
with me.
Oh, yes, you can. But just for 10 minutes after she come back. What is that? My love.
Seems to work pretty good then. She was very comfortable in there. So, here we go. Take that away.
Thank you.
Okay, great. So, okay, well, thanks a lot, Nina, for showing us your wonderful products. And hopefully, as I say, we'll put your details onto the group, and also if anyone's got any further questions, you can ask Nina on the group, and I'm sure she'll be delighted to answer them. So,
Yeah.
thanks a lot for coming in,
Thank you so much.
and best of luck.
Bye bye.
Okay. And now we have our final guest for this evening is Julie.
Hi. Thank you.
And
Hello.
Julie is from Happy Nest,
Yes.
who provide a few services, including grooming and pet sitting. And so maybe Julie can take over and explain a little bit more.
Yeah, so I have a pet sitting company. Basically, I built a community of pet lovers, mainly pet parents themselves. And the goal is to offer pet sitting service when you have a business trip, you're going for a weekend, a holiday, and you don't want to leave your pet in a cage, because mostly in China, that's the kind of option you have.
Sure.
So yeah, basically my goal was to build people just like you and me who wants to take care of pets time to time, who cannot really commit for an adoption, because usually when you adopt, it's like for 10 to 15 years.
Sure.
So you have to be sure, and you have to have time. So yeah, my community is just pet lovers, pet parents, taking care of pets.
Okay, and I guess that the kind of summer holiday period is that. I guess that's a busy time for you, with the fact that more people.
It
go
is
on
usually,
holiday.
but this summer is a bit particular.
Sure. Oh, why is that?
As we cannot leave the country.
I wonder why.
No, but so yeah, I think people are like staying in Shanghai. That's why I also offered grooming and dog training at your place now. So you can have different activities. But people are, I would say, it's not a regular summer, but they still go on weekends. So yeah, it's less busy than last year, but it's still quite busy. Yeah.
Okay, and was your business sort of affected, or did you see anything related to the fact that a lot of people couldn't come back to Shanghai or couldn't come back into China, and they've had a few pets that
this has been the very tricky part as well of the business this year. I have a lot of pet parents stuck abroad with pets staying in Shanghai. So basically, we're trying to find the best care for their pets. So long-term sitters. That happens. I have quite, I would say, 10 to 15 cases at the moment. And we also help, when we can, we also help to prepare for the export.
I see.
So we are not taking care of administrative exportation,
Right.
but we are helping, our sitters are helping to go to the vet, to do the checkups, blood tests, all these kind of steps that you have to do when you're exporting your pet.
Sure.
Yeah.
I see. So you've got a few people that have been without their pets for maybe a few months at the moment.
Oh my God, yes. I have one case. I think the pet is here with the sitter from February 2nd, something like this. So yeah, it's been a couple of months already.
Wow. Okay. And how's the dog throughout this time? Is he?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
they are mainly, so I have different kind of service. Either you are a sitter, you take the pet home with you, or I also have the service where the sitter is moving in with the pet. So basically the pet is always comfortable, always finding a home, and loving people to cuddle, and
Sure.
you know,
It's
like
not just
having a
locked
routine,
away
and so it's the pet are I would say it takes 2 or 3 days, depending on the pet, to adapt. But once they are comfortable, it's like all in, and it's very like being in an hotel and,
Sure, I
and
can
just
imagine,
enjoying, you know.
Let's just start making themselves at home.
Yeah.
I see. And do you think have you had cases when the owner comes back and the pet doesn't want to go home?
Usually it's the sitter who is saying like, I'm not sure we'll give it back because, you know, I fell in love with the pet, the cat or the dog.
I see, yeah.
I have the opposite thing, that the pet takes 1, 2 or 3 days to adapt back to his own home, you know, being a bit like unstable for like 3 days, wondering what's going on. But then usually when you see your pet parents, you're like greeting, and I mean, works more like for dogs, but cats as well. Cat as well happen too. Yeah.
I see. And this is a company that you set up in Shanghai as
Yes.
well? Or-
Yeah. 1 year and a half ago.
Right.
So yeah, I started it because of my dog actually.
Right.
Because I couldn't find any solution
Mm.
for anyone to take care of him when I was away in France. So yeah.
I see. And but you were in Shanghai before that? Or,
Yes,
yeah.
I was in Shanghai before that. Yeah, it's been 3 years that I am in Shanghai.
I see. So we've got a small group of entrepreneurs here tonight. I guess. Yeah, we all set up our own companies. So, you've got a WeChat account.
Yes,
Yep.
I do.
You've got a very nice WeChat account. I was having a look at it earlier on. It's
Thank you.
really well organised. Some really nice articles on there about how to groom your dogs and what the kind of things that the dogs like when they're when they're being groomed and the things that you shouldn't do. And because one of the other services that you provide is like a home grooming service.
Yeah.
Where I guess one of your assistants would come to a customer's home, and instead of taking them over to a pet shop and having them groomed over there, which the dogs don't always like, they prefer to be pampered at home and stay at home and so perhaps tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, sure. So my dog is extremely fluffy, and I had a very, very hard time to find a good dog groomer in Shanghai. And I think when you don't speak Chinese like me, it's super hard to explain what you want for your dog.
Yeah.
So after a while, I found out that also my dog was extremely stressed, to go to the pet groomer. The first time he was super confident.
Sure.
The second time he was like, I know, something's going on. The third time he was like, not moving anymore. I know you're getting me to the groomer. So now I have a dog groomer, a super nice one, speaking English, so you can just tell her what you want. And also she's something that is very important for me. She's only using scissors, not trimming machine. So it's very important to respect the fur as well, when you groom a dog. So yeah, it's very stress-free for the dog. You can still do your activities when you're home. Your dog also can see you, so he's very confident because he's in his own environment. So yeah, I think it's I really love it, and I think in China you are like in the country where you can get anything from your couch, like any service, any product. You can order flowers online, you can order medication, you can order like crazy stuff that you cannot do in Europe. And then I found out very hard to find any service for your pet that comes directly to you. So I'm also working on a different kind of service for the future, maybe vet as well coming to your place, so to extend and have your pet in safe environment all the time.
Great. So when one of your assistants comes to their home, normally how long is a session? Is it sort of around 1 hour?
So
a couple of hours,
bath is only 1 hour usually, and grooming, so haircut, nail clipping, and everything, you have to count 1 hour and a half, 2 hours, depending of the fur and the size of your dog.
And most of the time the dogs are okay. If they're not, some of them aren't used to being washed. So I mean, are they okay? Do they like the? I don't know. They like the service.
Well, it depends. Yeah, they really liked. I had great feedback, but of course, it's also about your doggy. If he's very stressed, and sometimes it's not super enjoyable moment for them. But being home reduces the stress a lot. So at the end of the day, even if it's not the super funniest time of their life, they're just being relaxed. And my groomer is also super good to make the dog confident. So yeah, I think I had only good feedbacks from now.
Great. Okay. And any other services that you provide? Just because you have the
dog training.
Training
yes.
as well. Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
dog
indeed.
training. So yeah, dog training, same as at home, with a professional dog trainer who is only working with positive reinforcement. So it means no punition, no. So yeah, because the dogs in China, the rescue dog most of the time have a very heavy past. So they are anxious dogs, and also I'm a bit personally against the punition. I don't hit my dog. I don't like. It's a question of choice, you know.
Sure.
But so it was important for me to recruit someone who is in this kind of mindset.
Right, okay. So in terms of training, it's just sort of like toilet training or getting the dog to be more
Well,
better behaved?
it can goes from basics, so potty training, seats, you know, the commons like sit, stop,
Yep,
etc., to a very
Stay.
like socializing, like different kind of no barking, no
Sure,
different
being
kind of
friendly
level.
to other dogs.
Yes,
Yeah, I see.
exactly.
Okay, great, excellent. Got any questions? Stefan's got a question, of course.
Oh yes, I have a question.
Yeah, come in again.
All right.
Where?
Well, I'm gonna go.
We can switch
voilà.
maybe.
Yeah.
Here.
Hello, guys. Again, sorry, one more question. Actually, more than one. If I have to leave my dog, so I'm going on holidays, okay?
Yeah.
So I can contact you via the WeChat account.
Yeah.
So how long does it take to match? So
Usually
basically, I need to take 1 week in
Not
advance.
more.
2
No.
weeks?
Well, it's better. More in advance it is, better it is,
Mhm.
because you have to meet the sitter first.
Okay.
It's mandatory to see if it's the good match for you and for your pet. But most of the time, I can find a sitter in less than 48 hours.
Okay.
So I can do as well last minute booking. Not last, it means like if you call me tonight for tomorrow
Of course.
morning, it might be difficult, but yeah, 2 days in advance, I can find someone for you. No problem.
Okay. So even 1 week, 2 weeks, you're good
Yeah.
to go and it's safe.
Yeah, it's usually better because let's say the other sitter, the sitter I pick for you as a dog or a cat, then we have to see if Shelly is matching the dog or the cat, is matching the sitter, and if we have to find someone else because for some reason the sitter is not the right person, it's better to have the time to redo the whole process. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Very clear. One more question just pop up
Sure.
to me. So, do you have the service or in your community, can we organize play date for dog? So, for example, you want your dog to go with another dog to play around. So, do you guys match the people?
I
mean,
don't do it yet, but it's brilliant idea.
just
We
to
can-
say,
we
hey,
can-
I
we
want to
could do
go
it.
to
Yeah.
Westbourne with my
Yeah.
dog. You guys want to
Yeah,
go?
it's funny because most of the time, like as I said, people from pet sitters are also pet parents, and when it's a good match, they usually become friends,
And the dog are
then
friend and they wanna go play
and
around.
the dogs are friends, and then they meet together, and yeah. So I'm not doing it through the company, but it's kind of natural through the community. Yeah.
Very clear, very clear. You hear, Shelly? You're very happy? That's all for me. That's all for me. I give it back to the host.
Yeah, sure. Thanks. I'll come.
Come
Just
here.
move back over.
Here we go.
And yeah, and I think we'll wrap it up for this evening. I think it's been quite
Okay.
a nice stream, great conversations with some great experts.
Thank you for having
in a
us.
very interesting field.
Shelly's happy to be there. We'll say goodbye, Shelly.
Bye bye.
Okay, so yeah, I think I'll leave it there for this evening. We've done over an hour tonight, so we're good. Yeah, thanks again to all our guests.
Thank
I
you.
hope you enjoyed it. We're gonna we'll put a little kind of compilation clip show. Or,
Yeah.
a little compilation clip, maybe about a few minutes
Of
summary of what we did, and we'll send all the details and all the links of what you do on our WeChat account as well, so that people can get in touch.
Say bye-bye.
Okay, yeah, we're going to wrap it up now. So bye, Shelley. Bye, everybody. And see you all soon. Bye.
Yeah.